I'm live. Grateful day. Welcome to the 95th episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with your host, Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter. Yes! I empower professional entrepreneurs who feel disqualified to overcome toxic environments and self-doubt, to take decisive action, lead boldly in identity, and persevering. All anchored in faith. Before we dive into today's episode, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast by Jenée Hudson, where you can watch all the other episodes, you can like it, and you can share it. The link is going to be in the bio as well as in the caption of this episode. But remember, you guys, you do not have to be fine all by yourself with this particular episode. So we're going to be getting started shortly here with all the gems that I have to give to you. And also, you really don't have to have these ways of fighting on your own and in a perfect manner. But instead, you can actually just think about fighting with wisdom and strategy and community. This is what this episode is going to be all about, you guys. I cannot wait to get started. All right, time for the t-shirt. So the shirt says, you know what? I'm going to be changing this so that you guys can see this the other way. I meant to do that this time, but it says, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. If you can see that. All right. Which is a reminder that perseverance refers to continuing in a course of action, while despite difficulty or delay, and achieving actual success. While being persistent is the quality of continuing steadily despite problems or despite difficulties. That's what this shirt is a reminder of today. So this is a perfect transition into today's topic called Silent Battles, Loud Faith. What persevering really looks like. That being said, first allow me to share some eye-opening statistics like I like to do. First, a survey of entrepreneurs from 2024 of the founderreports.com found that 87.7% report that they actually are just feeling self-sabotage and things like that. A second one is, according to the National Institute of Mental Health in the U.S., 8.3 of adults, out of that, about 21 million people and many entrepreneurs experience a major depressive episode in the past year. You guys, that is a huge number and not good at all. Lastly, research from ResearchGate states that among entrepreneurs, 30% report experiencing depression, which significantly higher than baseline population averages. That is not good either. We got to change all this, you guys, right? You know, so many of us, we fight like silent battles and inner doubts and hidden stress and just that weariness that no one actually sees, right? But we still lean into faith and keep pressing forward. That is what's going to help us. So this episode is about those who are kind of quiet along the way, but We don't have to be, all right? And nor are you alone. So before we dive in, I also want to acknowledge that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you guys. Man, I unfortunately have several family members and friends who have been diagnosed with cancer. It's just a horrible thing. I've had, it's unfortunate. I'm sure like many of you who know people or who have had people who passed away of cancer. Cancer is just not a good thing for no one, you guys. My gosh. But it is, Cancer Awareness Month. So it's a time when we shine light on things that are often hidden and urgent. Just as we take time this month to encourage you guys, like screenings and support, like survivors who have went through it, who are going through it. I want us to also carefully just guard our actual health and our inner worlds. All right. Because, some battles are internal within people, but they deserve just as much attention and care, you guys, and strategy as external fights along the way with whatever a person's going through. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Reach out to people, be there for people. You don't have to know them. They don't have to be family or anything for you to just bring that awareness to them with the cancer. Honestly, what many of you didn't know, and this is my first time saying it, I had 3 scares of my own. But thank God they were all benign and I didn't end up having cancer. So it's huge. And that's making me a little sentimental. It's huge, you guys. So just be there for someone else, Just got to say that. All right. So today, you guys, let's lean into what perseverance looks like when the world sees nothing. All right. Let's talk about how faith holds you steady even when others see you struggling. But just know throughout this conversation that you are not alone. All right. So with all that being said, let's get started. Okay. So here are 3 giftful gems for today's topic. Gift number 1 is titled, Name the Battle Before You Battle It. All right. So many of our greatest struggles stay powerful because they stay unnamed, right? We say we're just busy or just tired when we really, we're battling that imposter syndrome. We're battling hidden comparisons or burnout that's destroying our own creativity. Therefore, naming your silent battle is the first courageous step to reclaiming your peace and your purpose. And here are 3 actionable steps to assist you along the way. So the first one for this one is to take this practical, first of all, and use tools like Notion, Evernote, or Dailyo. And this is going to help you to track emotional triggers, work stressors, and wins over time, which is very important. All right. These digital journals, you guys, they don't just record your days. They reveal, which is a wonderful thing, patterns, you guys, that help you to actually see the battles that you keep reliving. So that's very, very important. All right. Second are apps like MindDoc or WASA, or it might be pronounced WISA. This can also provide guided prompts and mental health insights, especially for those balancing that entrepreneurship with emotional healing. You guys, being an entrepreneur or just a longer journey or even in your 9 to 5 is it could be very emotional driven. You know what I mean? So if you can relate to that, put it in the chat. Very emotional driven. It just lifing can be very emotional, right? So we need assistance like the Mind Doc and the WISA is going to help you out. And then lastly, for like visual thinkers, if you're a visual thinker, try out something called Miro boards or mood boards. And this is where you're going to map your actual emotions, goals, and the obstacles, you guys, with like color-coded notes. This is a big one that helps me big time because I'm always going for like yellow match with yellow and purple and those type of things in life because it just helps to get me there quicker and wiser. All right. So seeing your actual emotional world laid out in this, using these type of things, you guys, visually helps big time because I'm a very hands-on visual person, learner and teacher, by the way. So it helps you to detach from like that overwhelm, which unfortunately I have overwhelmed sometimes too. I know you probably feel the same. So these Miro boards or the mood boards are going to help you with this. And it's going to, more importantly, give you perspective of anything and most things that you're going through. Again, that dream, that job, or even on your job, within your job, with your kids, in life. So very helpful. All right. Yes. All right. Gift number 2. Gift number 2 is titled Build Actionable Habits That Strengthen You. All right. So what do I mean by that? Perseverance isn't about like powering through things. It's about preparing through things. All right. I had to learn this the hard way, but now I know it. So it's very helpful. It's not enough to just like stay strong, you guys. You have to build systems that make strength sustainable. Know that. I had to learn that myself. These are like actionable habits is what I mean. The repeatable habits that help you manage pressure versus actually drowning in it. Because unfortunately, I found myself drowning a few times. And even now, growing these 3 businesses and being an entrepreneur and staying in faith and persevering, man, it gets hard out here, right? So to help with this, here are some actionable steps to assist you in this area, all right? So the first one for this is, this could be for entrepreneurs, again, people on their 9 to 5s, or just along their journeys, even creators. Try Notion's Habit Tracker. That's what it's called. Or there's one called the Motion app, which automatically schedules deep work blocks, you guys, around your energy peaks. It is a phenomenal help. All right. So try that out. And then next with this, use something called the brain.fm or the Endel. It's ENDEL for science-backed type of information, focused music that improves intention, as well as your actual attention and creativity. You guys, this is another good one to utilize. All right. But if you prefer like accountability apps like Streaks or Habitica, utilize these actual things for consistency. You guys, huge help for consistency, in which we all need to be doing. All right. And turning small like rituals and things into rewarding progress. You're going to be so happy about yourself, and even more. I know you are now, but these type of things is going to help with your progress. You're going to feel like you are just doing the thing even more so. All right. And then finally, try testing out physical and mental recovery tools, you guys. Again, it's okay. It's okay to get some assistance with that whole mental. We need it. I know I need it sometimes. So you want to try using tools like Stretch It. That's an actual app. Or there's one called a Yoga with Adrian, you guys. That's on YouTube for like body-centered like decompressions, which man is needed. I'm telling you when it comes to that mental, all right? You can also use the Breathe or the Headspace apps for quick like stress relief meditations. You guys, I'm trying to tell you, I utilize some of these and boy, do they help me throughout the day, the week, the month. I'm telling you, and even the years. Okay. There's also something else, and it's called the Timular Tracker. This actually helps you to measure like how much time that you actually spend on maintaining your own peace, you guys, versus the actual pressure. What? Y'all better get into that app, the Timular Tracker. Is going to help you. All right. All right. Last but not least is gift number 3. And that is titled Strength is Grown in Shared Struggles, Not Solo Battles. What do I mean by this one? Well, perseverance, it isn't isolation. Not at all. I had to learn that as well. It's simply and what I actually learned from it is it's more connection. That's what it is, not isolation, right? So, that myth that strong people push through alone, that is far from the truth, you guys. It's like one of the most damaging lies, actually, that I had to learn of the modern day hustle, you guys. I was out here just hustling, thinking, oh no, alone I can do this, and you can to a certain point, but that's a lie, you guys. It's always good to just have that help in that community if you can get it, okay? And honestly, we heal and we grow faster, and I found this by just living it these days. We grow faster by simply getting that assistance. Know that. And just we're more productive by having that assistance as well in that community. If you can get it, like I said, and it needs to be positive. Know that. All right. So with this area, here are 2 actionable steps to help you with this area. All right. So the first one is try joining actual platforms. You guys, I've done this myself. Again, I'm not telling you to do nothing that I wouldn't do or haven't tried. Okay. So there's one called Mighty Networks. I know some of you have probably been on it or heard of it. Or there's one called Discord Communities. And then the other one is LinkedIn groups, you guys. LinkedIn is huge, especially for you 9-to-5ers and also entrepreneurs and things like that. You guys, it is so valuable, all right? Because LinkedIn groups are actually designed for like creators and like the business owners seeking that authentic connection, all right? Or you can actually attend like co-working sessions for you 9-to-5ers, all right? Or networking mixers. I do a lot of those and they are so rewarding. Doing a networking mixer, that's how I got my most recent opportunity where someone actually seen me, where that celebrity mentor dentist seen me to go to New York, like I told some of you guys. I think that was in August. I went to New York and pitched to like 10 media outlets and things like that. Yes, that was from a network mixer, you guys. So you just go, be yourself, and let God do the rest. All right. You can also get into like faith-based entrepreneur meetups. If that's what you're into, that's a blessing as well, let me tell you. All right. So the lastly for this particular one, just know that, your battles and the battles that we deal with, they run deeper, where we actually like experience this like depression and things going on, anxiety, trauma, and just all the things that they try to reach out to us, which of course, if it's toxic, we don't need it and we don't want it, right? So just know that getting professional help, you guys, it's not a weakness. Not at all. You guys, I've actually been to counselors for many different things throughout my life. I am not ashamed to say it, because it helped me. And I'm a better person today. All right. So check that out too. Nothing wrong with it. That don't mean you crazy. If anything, people need that so that they don't become crazy. Okay. Don't feel bad about it if you've been there or if you feel like you want to go there. All right. So listen, to help with a couple of just those type of things, I just encourage you all to access, there's an app called BetterHelp, you guys. There's also things called Therapy for Black Girls. And there's one called Open Path Collective, or even Talkspace. You guys, get into these things. It's going to help you. You don't have to do them all. Try even one of them. See which one fits you, because you're worthy of more, and it's all about you and your mental and just making yourself a better person as well. And that'll help you to help other people around you, family, friends, people that you don't even know. You never know when another person needs to hear from you, right? All right, so get into those type of things. Many of those places that I just mentioned, by the way, they're very affordable and they're confidential. They're like that therapy options that you can choose what's best for you, like I said, all right? Especially, again, as an entrepreneur, 9-to-5er, in life, whatever you're going through on your journey, they're going to help, all right? Because you are meant to rise with community and clarity, and even more important, courage. All right. So start there. Just try it. It works. All right, you guys, I am so grateful for you. That concludes the gifts and the amazing gems from today's episode. You guys, 95, number 95. So amazing. But remember, like I said earlier, you do not have to be fine all the time. Not at all. I had to learn that. You don't have to fight perfectly. Not at all. But you can fight with wisdom, strategy, and community, you guys. All right. And always let your perseverance be bold. All right. And let your faith be loud. And when your battle is silent, show up as yourself and do the thing for yourself. All right. You guys, silent battles, as I keep trying to tell you in all these episodes, is not disqualifying your destiny. Instead, you guys, they actually refine your resilience. Remember that, all right? So until next time, I appreciate you. Again, check me out on YouTube and share and subscribe and all those things. It's going to be right here in the link for you to do so. You guys, share this episode with someone who might need it. Go back and listen to it if you missed the first couple of gems, all right? And until next time, have a very blessed day and a very prosperous journey on purpose. Later.